Alrighty, welcome. Welcome to another episode. Let me see here, what's going on? Looks like I'm having more problems with this. There we go. All right, welcome guys to another episode of Brandmark's The Spot. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about 6 things that you can do to boost your sales conversions on a sales page. And before we get into that, this episode is brought to you by my Nail Your Brand Colors and Fonts workshop. And I'm going to be opening up the doors to that here in the very near future. And if you get on the wait list at patricksesko.com/waitlist, you can get on there. You'll get a discount code for when we open it. And this workshop is going to help you basically nail your colors and fonts, which is your brand foundation that will enable you to basically present yourself online, give you a presence that's going to look professional and build trust and authority in your business. So let me get back here on screen. And today we are going to be talking about how to, there's going to be 6 things here that you can do to due to your sales page to boost conversions. So before we even get started on that, you may be asking, well, what's a sales page? Well, a sales page is essentially a web page, right? So you have your regular website, which is going to have your navigation across the top, but a sales page is a little different. It's kind of a standalone page that doesn't have navigation on the top, and its sole purpose is the one thing, which is to sell your product or service. And on that sales page, you're going to have, different sections that we'll talk about here in a minute, and an option to buy, right? So call to action. So that's what a sales page is, and that'll live usually on your domain somewhere. Like in my case, patricksesko.com/workshop, which right now it's on a waiting list page. But when that page goes live, that page is just going to be solely talking about my workshop, who it's for, what it can do for you, how much it costs, what's included, and what are the bonuses. And all of those things is just one, it only does one thing, and that is to sell your product or service, right? So this is not a website. You don't want navigation across the top. You don't want people to click away from the page, right? So you want to keep them there, entice them to buy your product or service, and make more sales, right? So that's what we're here to talk about. So that's what a sales page, and that's why you need one. If you're an online entrepreneur or you're starting a business online, you definitely going to have some sales pages. And similarly, you might hear the term landing page, and oftentimes a landing page might be similar to the sales page, where its one purpose is to either collect an email address in return for something like a freebie or a download. Like for instance, patricksesko.com/brand roadmap. That is a landing page. I'm not selling anything there, but there is a form that you put your email and your first name, and you get sent when you submit that, you get sent an email with a link to a free download, and that's the brand roadmap. So that's a landing page. Today we're going to be talking about the sales page specifically, but these things also apply to landing pages and just websites in general, but we're going to focus on the sales page today. So the first thing you want to do to boost conversions on a sales page is, at the top, when somebody comes to your page, you want to have an impactful what's in it for them statement. Some may call this like a messaging, product messaging. Some may call it a positioning, but you basically want to lay out who it's for, what it's going to do for them, and what pain points they're going to solve, right? So you want to make sure that the offer is going to be enticing for them to even read further down the page, and you want the statement to solve a primary pain point, like overwhelm, or doing it without spending money on hiring somebody else to do it, or depending on what the product is. So for instance, my workshop is for online entrepreneurs who are just starting out, who don't have a professional brand presence, and this is going to give them the foundation so they can present themselves more professionally without the cost of hiring an expensive designer or without any of the tech overwhelm. So that's what the workshop does, and that's kind of what that statement that you want to have, that offer statement at the top of your web page. So if that doesn't land with people, meaning if that doesn't resonate with people, they're not going to read further down. They're not going to be interested in your product. Number two, the second thing you can do to boost your sales page conversions is have an attention grabbing hero section. Now, this is where your what's in it for them statement's going to live. And, you don't want to just slap some text on there and just have it look sort of pedestrian and not professional looking, because you want people to, you want people to trust you. You want people to think like, oh, well, this guy's got his stuff together. This looks good. So it's got to look good, and it's got to grab their attention. So it should be a clean, balanced design. And if you're a personal brand, like if you're an online entrepreneur, most likely you are a personal brand. You're doing business under your name, or you are the face of your brand. It's kind of sort of like I am with mine. Have a photo of yourself, right? If you already have brand photos that have been taken, incorporate those into your header section. And if you don't, if you look at the cover page of this video, I had since we've been in quarantine since March, early back in March, I took some photos in my kitchen. I had a couple of softbox lights. And my daughter took photos with the iPhone. So these are all iPhone photos. So you don't have to spend a ton of money to get something that's going to look decent. It's certainly not as good as, say, if I hired a professional with a crew and really expensive lighting and all that stuff. But this will work for now. And, you just do what you can with what you have and get it out there. And that'll boost your level of professionalism, right? And then sometimes if you don't have a brand photo, you can incorporate a mock-up of what it is that you're offering. So depending on what you're offering, if it's like a digital course or a group coaching program, you can create a little, a computer screen with some thumbnail images of some of the handouts, little thumbnail images of the videos. And I'm sure you've seen them, but what that does, that sort of gives a perceived value. It makes something that's not tangible, and it gives them a little bit of perceived value. So if you're on here, drop in a comment, say hi, tell me who where you're from. So let's see. Yeah. So use a mock-up of the product. And again, that'll entice them to say, this interests me. This is a pain that I'm having. This is going to, I'm going to read on and see what this is all about. So number 3, you want to have one call to action on the page. Remember, the sales page has one job, and that is to sell your product or service, right? And it's also, in addition to that, you want to make sure that you explain the benefits of the product or service, and you want to explain how they can get it. But the number one job, the number one thing that you want people to do is to click the buy button. So one call to action on the page multiple times. So even in the header, some people go by some people don't necessarily say you should put the buy now button in the main hero section. I disagree, because oftentimes people are going to come to your site multiple times before they decide to buy, depending on the price point. And if they come back and this is a second or third time back at the page, you just want that button there available for them to buy right at the header without having to scroll down, right? And then in each section, just give them an opportunity to buy, right? So, it's selling is a service, and it's serving your audience. So you want to make it easy for them to buy. So one call to action multiple times throughout the page. All right. So let's see. Number 4, testimonials. You want to add testimonials to your sales page. And the reason being is you want proof. You want social proof that your product works for others. You want, and this is not really a pat on the back per se, but this is to show your prospective buyers that, hey, there are other people who have purchased this product, and look, they're getting the results that they're promising on the sales page. So it makes it real. It's not, it's not some fake testimonial, right? So text quotes with a photo are good. Video testimonials are obviously going to be the best, because then you can actually see the person, you can see the authenticity of the testimonial. So definitely incorporate some testimonials, and you can usually scatter them throughout the sales page, right? So incorporate testimonials. It gives you social proof. It boosts your credibility. And when you have more credibility, people will be more, they're more liable to buy. So number 5, another thing to add to your sales page that will boost the conversion is a guarantee of some sort, right? So some people offer 100% money back guarantee, 60 days. Again, it really depends on the product and it depends on how the product is delivered. So sometimes digital products are tough because you don't want people to download a digital product, get it, and say, oh, I want a refund for no reason whatsoever, when it's, you can't ungive them the digital product. So for instance, on my Nail Your Brand Colors and Fonts workshop, I have a 14-day money back guarantee if you do the work, right? Because if you can buy a product all day long, but if you don't do the work and don't implement what it is that you're supposed to do for the product, it's obviously not going to work for you because you didn't use it. So, you have to sort of weigh that with your product or service, but any kind of guarantee of some sort. So you can guarantee that they'll get the outcome that you promise or their money back. Someone I've seen did a webinar, or it was actually a course that was get your first 100 leads or your money back, right? So if you do their system of the things that you have to do to get those 100 leads and you don't get the 100 leads within the time frame that they're saying that you get it, you can ask for your money back, no questions asked. That makes it a no-brainer, right? So your guarantee is designed to, 1, make it a no-brainer, and 2, remove some of this risk. Even if it's a low-priced offer, it removes some of the risk from the buyer. It'll enable them to make that purchase decision a lot easier, especially if they know that if the product sucks, they can return it, right? So, a little side note, make sure the product is good and make sure it does what you says it does, or else you're going to get a ton of refunds. And number 6, a beautiful and consistent design is paramount with a sales page. And some would argue that copy is the number one thing. Your brand messaging and your copy and your product messaging on a sales page is really the most important thing to have on your website. And it is incredibly important, right? However, if your design sucks, people are not going to stick around to read the copy. So this is why brand messaging or copy and design really go hand in hand, because you can have the most beautiful looking design, but if your copy sucks and your product sucks, you're either going to get a lot of people refunding or you're not going to make any sales. Alternatively, if your design is amazing and then your copy sucks, you're going to get people in, they're going to start to read and saying, this is not good. This is not for me, right? So they really have to work together, but the design is that first barrier to entry, because we make decisions with our brain a lot faster with visuals. We're talking milliseconds than we do before we even start to read. So you want to get people to think that your site is credible and it's trustworthy, it looks good, it looks professional, and then they'll continue to read as they go further down the page, right? So those are the 6 things that you could do to your sales page to boost your conversions. And then as a bonus, and this is a little meta, and this is number 7, you want to increase the value of your product by offering bonuses, right? So in my case, my workshop sales page, you get the whole course. It's a 90-minute workshop of how to nail your brand colors and fonts. And as a bonus, I give you a video tutorial on how to create a simple text-based logo that you can use consistently. I give you color palette inspiration book. I give you font pairings as a bonus. And then I give you a one-on-one Zoom coaching call as a bonus, right? So instead of lowering my price, I incorporate additional bonuses to increase the value of the product, right? And so that will make it also a no-brainer for people who want to sign up. And so there you have it. That's 6 things you can do, plus the bonus 7th thing that you can do to your sales page to boost conversions. Now, if there's anyone here, drop a comment if you have any questions. I see a couple of you are here. I can't see who though. So yeah, say hi. If not, just drop a question in the comments after the live is over, and I'm happy to answer that for you. Again, I'm your brand buddy, Patrick Sesko. I appreciate you sticking around, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Later.